Right, we're back doing some Witcher. Blood and Wine DLC. This should be the ending. 100% the ending. 100%. Right. Yeah, we're live. We are live. So yeah, that's all we've got left then. This last bit, there's nothing, didn't really much else. 1 minute. So wait for a chance to prove your wisdom. I don't really know what you need to do for that. I'm not completely sure. Right, we need to go to a fast travel. Oh no, we can. It's not that far to be fair. We'll just run there. Mate, look at this view. Finally got to end in there. Took us 10 parts. Even though I only started it like 10 days ago, this DLC, but once we've done this, then that we've basically done with Witcher, which is quite sad. So like my top 3 favourite games. It's in my top 3 favourite. I might do maybe one more like overall ending where I do like a little bit more. Try and at some point try and get more Grandmaster Witcher gear. Witcher armor and stuff.
I agree completely, young man. Lois is clearly
we're back
greetings, Geralt.
Back with this kid.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as
We're
clean
both
as the
getting them
soles
done.
that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Why didn't you tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved. Their clothes were tattered. As to their boots, well, I mentioned that already.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the
Alright.
shelter. Look around inside.
Find the shelter. I don't know, I must have done this last time, but I don't remember this. It's in a trolley. Here we go.
This is a decent district.
Oh, are these the same guys?
What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's
Are
a
these
waste
different?
of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Here we go.
Guts around your spine.
Come on, bitch.
My guts in fear.
I mean, I blocked them both.
Witcher. Fucking twit. Not a witcher.
Oh my god, we've got them both in one. What?
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere, were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Okay.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
A few hours later.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the boot black. Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightened.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest.
I'm friends with the
This man
Duchess.
helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Hey, that was simple. Letter revealing the 5th victim.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duquesa. It seems we underestimated Syanna rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Syanna planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Syanna, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Syanna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem like
Yes, yes, and yes.
and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Think it's a good idea? After all, we foiled her carefully planned scheme. Think she'll even want to?
Talk to you? Would it harm you in any way to try? Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Syanna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Detloff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Syanna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Detloff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Okay, fair enough. Right, talk to Syanna. Right, is there any fast travels? Yep. We'll go to that one.
My mama's to have a belly this big.
A group of roads walks amidst the trees.
We'll see what Syanna has to say. And I think I'll do Star Wars in a bit as well, depending how long this takes, this stream on this. Should only take like an hour, just over an hour. Right, here we go. Loads of food in here.
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
I'm not saying that.
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time. Not one locked up on the Duquessa's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then.
I'm gonna say, I'm not saying the top one.
The murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Alright, nice. That went smoothly.
The Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Here we go.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the 5th victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
Sienna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You meant what you said in the Land of a Thousand Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you? Ah, with all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Sienna.
I want a happy ending, don't we all? Like in horror
Commander
movies,
de la Tour would
you
like
never
to
see
you.
happy
Shall
endings,
we go
but
at once?
barely.
Let's go. Want to see him too.
Alright. Damien.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
I'm not, no.
All right, we can start.
Very well. But you must behave. Less like a hired thug, and more like a man deserving of the Duchy's highest honor. In fact, you'd do best to maintain a dignified silence throughout. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
Here we go.
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer
Damn.
of the Beast of Beauclair. Step
What?
forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast.
Let's go.
Such is our desire.
Got a trophy, last action hero.
May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition.
5,000!
More than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
I got bad news. I'm not doing that.
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it. In a moment I shall speak to Syanna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly, but she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the
all
murders
determines
which
on this
recently ravaged our
scenario.
fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Here we go. I hope we get the good ending. The best ending.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Oh, it's all up to me. Crimes were horrible, but she had cause to feel pain.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder.
The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke.
I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace. Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark, and which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out, but you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
Yes, we got the good ending. We got the best ending. Mate, we got the best ending. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes, I'm so happy. I was so hoping we weren't going to get the bad one.
The whole ceremony, it was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just
Why is
getting
the
started.
skies glitch out?
The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips. How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here,
Gloves for picking
and a mask.
mandrake.
Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Alright. We shall put these on. Where's the mask on?
This moon
this looks
makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about how anything can look interesting.
There we go. That razor.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all.
Regis!
I hope something bad doesn't
where'd you
happen
go?
here.
Regis!
Whoa. What's happening here? There's more vampires.
Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink. Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Know what? Think I just might. come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like to just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion?
Fuck Jennifer every day.
I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. That first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires.
Mate, they need to add a new DLC.
This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
Hi, how are you today? I'm good, I'm good. What about you, yourself?
I so don't feel like going anywhere.
Hey,
Sitting
blood and
around
wine.
longer.
Completed.
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Oh my god. Oh, that was sick, that bit. That was like breaking the fourth wall. Right. That's Blood and Wine DLC complete. I'm good. Good. Mate, I got the best ending as well. Detlef, we killed. Regis, survived. Now is going his separate way. Sienna and Anna, they're back to being good sisters. Geralt's settling down in Toussaint. Damien survived. I'm pretty sure we got all of the best ending. I'm pretty sure. Right, we can skip this, so...
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Right, go home. What a quest. What a good quest. Go home. That's gotta be the best DLC out of any game I've ever played. Such a good DLC. Let me get rid of that marker. I know what... I know. Wait, so we got a few things given to me, didn't we? So what were they? Burned bread. What the fuck? $411 to $503. Oh, is that... when did we get that? That's a good sword. Adrenaline. We'll have 2 adrenalines, why not? And we'll have... chance to stun. Right, let's go. Almost level 57. Do you remember me? Yes, of course.
Master Witcher,
some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Ah, we know what this is. I think.
Unexpected as ever.
Hey, Yennefer.
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly.
Aw.
Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky. Like some shitty two-crown romance.
Now we've got Yennefer here. Nice.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Huh. Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
Might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want. You know, feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident. But I'm not about to complain.
We got peacocks as well.
Yen,
Was
back
that
then,
pheasant?
before we fought the hunt,
I don't know.
said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard. Good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely?
I shall give you a hint. It's large,
Well,
white,
yep.
has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
Oh yeah. The unicorn. Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels in wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Alright. There we go. We got Yennefer now. Oh, wait. She's lined up perfectly for me. Can I have like a nice little picture? There we go. Could even have one into the sunset. Look this way. Actually no, it's fine. Right. Actually no, yeah, we could have like where I'm stood like that. Yeah, let's go. Alright. So that's it. That were the after credits, basically. Can we talk to him at all?
How might I be of service, sir?
Oh, we can play Gwent with him.
Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
So, have we got anything else here? Oh, the unicorn. Is the unicorn? Right, I'll wait. I'll wait a little bit and see if the unicorn gets placed. We got almost 40,000 crowns. It's not here yet. Muta generator. What is that? Letter from Regis. Dear Geralt, if you are reading these words, it means I am already far beyond the borders of Toussaint and you have found my Muta generator. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like, perhaps something more fitting to your taste or better reflecting its function, for I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I have been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished, and I am convinced as an inventor can be before his invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of his apparatus. You are surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, the Muta generator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagical energy waves from bodies, in this case the bodies of the monsters and evil doers you kill, and when it has absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, the mutagenerator changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it is a green, red or blue mutagen. Chance, yet I have noted the colours tend an alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your dearly devoted friend, Emil Regis Rahelik Terzieff Godefroy. P.S. You might be wondering why I decided to toss the mutagenerator into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. Well, you must know I did it out of modesty. Believe it or not, take care, Geralt, and may my gift serve you well. Alright. Nice. So how do you actually use it? How do I use it? So a device for creating mutagens. To use this item you must gather more charges. How do you gather charges? What? God knows. Okay. I wanna know when this unicorn will be here. I thought you could see Yennefer like in the morning when you sleep. I swear you could. She's still outside.
A witcher. We could use one around here, full time.
Yeah, she's still outside. There's a way you can see Yennefer. Like in the morning or something. Let me just test it out. We'll do till 9 AM. It normally does work. It does eventually, I'm not too sure when. Unless I need to fast travel and then fast travel back, I'm not too sure. Is there nothing else we can do then? I think we've literally done like almost everything. That one, wait for a chance to prove your wisdom. I don't know what else I need to do. What else do I need to do? Right, we'll go here anyway. We'll see if we can sell out.
Can't afford a barber, let alone repairs.
Banquets and wine.
A witcher?
Bloody hell.
I always get stuck on the door. Get stuck on it all the time.
Greetings.
We'll sell sell that. Oh, what else we could sell? Not really.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Statues come to life to slaughter members of...
Don't crowd around.
Here in Beauclair, all's right and
How long we've been streaming? 54 minutes. Let me have a look on this one. Wait for a chance to prove your wisdom.
You shan't turn back a river with a rod. Sit, drink.
So what's the best way? I think you have to like prove your wisdom as in like prove how good you can be, but we've already done like almost everything, so I just don't know what else to do. Unless there's anything. But most of it's Gwent though, innit? There ain't really anything else we can do. Because apparently this quest gives you like this Erendite sword, and it's meant to be the best sword in the game.
Smearing his hiney with honey.
But I'll get it at some point. I'll probably do like one more stream on this game and then we'll be done. But in that one, I'll try and get the weapon and get some Witcher gear, and I'll find something else to do. Even if it's like trying to find some other quests somewhere else. Because there is like one or two that I remember doing but I've not done in this playthrough. So I'm not too sure. But there's definitely a few that hide in like the shadows. Which we'll definitely do. I just want to see Yennefer inside. Because that is... It does happen, I just don't know when. Here we go. Yes. The unicorn. Hey. And Yennefer sleeps in here as well. It's quite cool to be fair. Go to bed together. I want to get like the unicorn in it. I'm not going to be able to get unicorn in it. I want to get like a nice little picture. So we'll wait till like morning. Alright. I don't even know when Yennefer gets up, to be fair. Not sure. I'll let her have a rest. So there ain't really what else we can do, is there? I want to prove my wisdom, but I just don't know what else to do. I really don't know. They're all Gwent, aren't they? There's that one, but it's so boring. Such a boring quest. Gather books describing religious customs and... It's just a bit boring though, isn't it?
The Dutch is small.
But that don't really... Oh mate, no, I'd have to go all that way just to get a book. I mean, I could do that in the next stream, to be honest. I'm not gonna do that on this one. Character. We're close on getting the next mutagen slot, so then we'd be able to get this slot. I just like with these two slots, it'd be good because I could add some other good stuff from the combat part. But yeah, next one we'll definitely do. I'll find some quests to do, and then I'll also try and get that Erendite sword, and maybe get like one or two Witcher armors to Grandmaster. And yeah, that'll be the overall ending. I might do it end of this week or something. I'll do it at some point, but we're mainly going to focus on Star Wars Fallen, what's it called, Jedi Survivor now. So how long we've been streaming? Bang on an hour. Alright, yeah, I'm going to leave it here. honestly, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. This DLC, it's so good. But it's a shame we've finally finished Witcher 3 overall, basically. But all games are gonna come to an end. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, and we will probably continue. Well, do one more in like a week or so. So yeah, I definitely recommend this DLC. It's amazing, and even this game is amazing. Like it's probably like my second favorite game. It doesn't beat Fallout 4, but it's in number 2. So yeah.